All right, peace, y'all. So I wanted to come on and talk about the upcoming Saturn retrograde that we're getting ready to have. This retrograde will begin on the 29th of June and it will last until the 15th of November. Now, we know that planets don't really go backwards. What retrograde means is that it appears from our position here on Earth that the planet is moving backwards in a retrograde motion. So, Saturn, being the planet, is also known as the Lord of Karma. So, Saturn deals with karma, deals with restrictions, it deals with traditions, it deals with authority figures, structure, and foundation. Okay. So, Saturn will be at the 19th degree of Pisces. So, let's see. That would be the Libra degree of Pisces. Okay. Now, Pisces rules the 12th house and it says, I believe, right? The 12th house deals with self sabotage, it deals with past life issues, and it deals with spirituality and religion. Okay. So, this is a time where there may be a need to reevaluate structural beliefs, foundational beliefs around religions or around our belief systems in general. Okay. This is also a time where there will be a lot of a need to balance karmic issues that may deal with belief systems and or ideals. Okay. Because when you think about your belief systems, they're structured around ideals that we have been taught, things that we've been taught by our parents, by authority figures. Saturn is also the father's energy. So issues with the father, issues with authority figures may come up during this time. This retrograde will affect Pisces very strongly because the retrograde will be in your sign. It will also have a big impact on people who are Capricorns or Aquarius because Saturn rules Capricorn and co-rules Aquarius. If you are a mutable sign, so that would be Pisces again, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini, you will be the most impacted by this. But remember, everybody has Saturn somewhere in their chart and it's going to go retrograde. So I recommend you looking at your natal chart and seeing which house Saturn sits in. That's going to be the area of your life where you're going to be feeling like there's some challenges. Maybe there's some lessons that you thought you'd already learned that you're going to get tested on. Um, Go over some things that you thought you had already passed. There may be some restrictions. See, when Saturn goes retrograde, it puts restrictions. So when Saturn goes retrograde, there may be some restrictions removed, okay, from certain areas of your life. So where you may have felt restricted in certain areas of your life based on belief systems, it could be beliefs about yourself, other people. That's why you have to see which house it is in. It'll be an opportunity for you to release those things, to be released, to be unrestricted, to be unburdened. Okay. The unburdening process is what I'm feeling here too. So Saturn is going to be in conjunction with Neptune. Neptune is a higher octave of Venus energy. So it's compassion, it's love, it's spirituality, it's creativity. Okay. So this retrograde may also spark a spiritual creative energy within you if you can tap into that Neptune part of it, because Neptune is going to be there, which is going to kind of, I think it's going to help to give a nice juxtaposition to the harshness of what Saturn retrograde in Pisces can bring. Neptune is at home in Pisces, which means it likes to be there. It actually rules Pisces. But on a negative aspect, it can contribute to potentially not seeing things as clear as we need to. It could also trigger opportunities for us to sabotage ourselves. So be mindful of that. Saturn will be in a trine with the sun. It will be in trine with Mercury, as well as I said, Neptune. So with the sun giving it energy, And Mercury being communication, this is going to be a good time to talk about these belief systems, to address grievances. You may even see people going to court or authority figures to address grievances. You may have to address some grievances or issues with authority figures, with your parents, or more specifically, the father or patriarchal male energies in your life, regardless to what your gender is. Okay. So, what I want to do is, I just want to pull a couple of cards from my Angel Oracle deck to just get a little bit more clarity on this particular retrograde and how it's going to impact us. So let's just shuffle the deck a little bit. I know the lighting isn't so great right now because it's night, but I felt like I really needed to go ahead and just do this. Because at first I was going to wait and do it on tomorrow, but I just really felt a nudge from spirit to put the message out now. So I'm going to always move with spirit, even if it's 11:58 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, I'm going to shuffle one more time to see the energy of Saturn. And this is for the collective. You could always book a private reading with me if you want to get more insight. What do you want to do during this time? We'll talk about that next, too. I'm only going to pull 3 cards because I want to keep it simple. Okay, so we have the renewal card, Archangel Jeremiah. Review, reevaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts, times to move in a new direction. Okay, so this is obviously talking about these belief systems like Saturn going retrograde in Pisces. Pisces also talks about endings, death, because Pisces deals with death. So what needs to end? What do we need to let go of, evaluate, so that we can, because remember, whenever you add a retrograde into the mix, you always want to add the prefix re to everything. Reevaluate, rethink, reflect over certain areas of your life. So this is a time where you want to do that so that you can ascertain what needs to be released so that you can move in a new direction. You need to discern which direction you need to be moving in, because a lot of people are at the proverbial crossroads. Okay, we got the King of Earth, generous, professional, responsible, and practical. A successful time, confidently accept opportunities. So the King of Pentacles, I feel like right here is a very Saturn type of energy, right? um what I feel from this is talking about material things. So this may affect a lot of our material lives. It may affect how we use our energy, how we accumulate things. Okay, so it's like this is going to set us on a new journey that's going to help us to accumulate some material things, but also how we value those material things, how we place value on things. This is what we're going to be evaluating, because the first card says to reevaluate, to reflect, and to move in a new direction. So with this King of Earth, this new direction may be a career wise. It could be something that you do for money, business. You could be moving into a new direction financially, starting a new job, a new career, a new business, something in that area that deals with your finances. Okay, then we've got the Knight of Waters here, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Now knights bring in messages, bring in energy. So this new direction that you're going to be moving in, there's going to be an offer. So if you haven't already received this, an offer is coming. This offer, though, is something that you're going to be emotionally satisfied, happy about. It's going to have you emotionally connected to this. So this could be an offer. For some of you, this could be related to business. For others of you, this could lead to new opportunities for you in other areas of your life. That's why you have to look at Saturn and see which house how these planets are playing out. This could be love, it could be relationships. There's a new offer that comes to you, or it could be all three. Okay. But this retrograde, I feel like it's going to clear up some karmic things. It's going to remove some restrictions that were previously placed on people who had either karmic obligations and or just had work that needed to be done when Mercury, when Saturn was moving in a direct motion. So, if you are going to be impacted by Saturn greatly, one of the major things that you want to definitely do, because Saturn deals with work, it deals with responsibility, you want to be diligent, you want to act with good character. It may be too late for some people, because what happens is whatever people was doing when Saturn was going direct, that was in righteous. When Saturn goes retrograde, it will definitely go back over those things and require payment. Saturn transits can be difficult because Saturn is it can be a difficult taskmaster. Saturn is the great malphallic planet. Malphallic meaning, evil, right? And it's not necessarily evil, it just means dark. And Saturn can teach us some tough and difficult lessons. And Saturn karma can be swift. It can be deadly, to be quite honest. So you want to be very mindful of your character, of your actions. You want to stay very much so protected during any Saturn transit. If Saturn is transiting a major part of your natal chart, you definitely want to be very observant. You may want to schedule a reading to look at your natal chart to get a better idea on how this is going to impact you, um, depending upon what house Saturn is in. Okay. And if you want, you can put which house Saturn is in the bottom of this video, and I'll give you a brief, like 2 or 3 letter word explanation if you want to go more in depth and really look at your natal chart and really see how Saturn is going to impact you. You have to schedule a reading, but for the sake of this live, you can put, oh, Saturn's in the first, Saturn's in the fourth, Saturn's in the fifth, wherever your Saturn is. um and I'll give you a little brief synopsis. All right, I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. Peace.